think you're playing at? Where's your blazer?
I've decided to put my own spin on the uniform this year.
I'll spin you across that floor. Get your blazer on.
Look, Mummy, I'm not a clone. I should be allowed to express my individuality. I'm sorry, I'm not wearing my blazer. End of story.
Jerry, pass me the wooden spoon. Dip into your trust fund, of course. No bother at all. Pass us in the phone. I just need to ring the bank. 7654321. That's the account number and the password. What is it again? What was it now? Oh, aye. Catch yourself on.
What next? We'll get you trying on my knickers.
Don't say knickers in front of your father. He can't cope.
I can cope.
Sure, what's a pair of knickers between cousins?
Less of the knickers. Where do we go from here?
Mary, look. You're family. Well, you're good people. Well, you're decent people. But I have to set an example.
No. Dear God, no. You're not talking about a ban.
Let's call it a suspension. I'm sorry, Mary.
Och, Vanilla, what about you? I thought I could smell vinegar. I'm just on my way to meet our column here. I'm a nervous wreck. We're doing this interview, you see, for UTV. I'm going to be on UTV, Vanilla.
Save your breath, Sarah. There'll be no free chips. There'll be no chips, full stop.
Excuse me?
What do you expect me to do on a Friday, Vanilla? Cook? You expect me to cook?
You could order pizza.
Pizza is not as nice.
No, you are right, Orla. Pizza's not as nice. Maybe you should have all thought about that.
I won't put up with it anymore. Teenagers have rights now, you know.
Don't be ridiculous.
Are you telling me I don't have a trust fund?
There you go. You're not as slow as you look.
This is the truth, Mummy.
Erin, if you expect me to believe that Michelle tripped while carrying a scented candle, you must think I come up the foil in a bubble.
What happened to Toto? It's just hit me so hard. And I'm worried it might affect my performance.
Oh, come here, love. Look, if you fail the exam, I promise you, there'll be a nice wee plot out there with your name on it. That should do it. Ready?
I hate to be a health and safety stickler, but surely you're not actually planning on leaving us like this, are you?
La mer,
Back door.
on va danser le long des golfes clairs à des reflets d'argent. La mer, des reflets changeants.
Pull it. It's locked.
Au ciel d'été.
What the fuck's going on here exactly?
Okay. All right. Well, what happened was Michelle was carrying the scented candle.
Macaulay Culkin might be divorcing his parents.
Do you hear this? This'll be someone she met at that stupid summer scheme you insisted we sent her on. A bloody friends across the barricades thing. I have nothing against Protestants. I'm all for integration, I am. But if they're letting their Waynes divorce them,
Macaulay Culkin isn't a Protestant, Ma.
it's only gonna give our Waynes ideas.
It's Uncle Colin.
Well, I'm not taking it. I've been stung once already this week. And earned 45 minutes talking about his new shoelaces.
Sure, I've stopped answering my phone altogether for fear it's him, Mary.
Will you take it, Dad?
No chance, love. I mean, I know I shouldn't say this about my own brother, but by Christ, he's a boring bastard.
Well, is somebody going to take it or not?
Don't you be cheeky.
Less of the cheek, you.
How's it going, Colin?
Would you ever think of going cordless?
I was brave and cold earlier, that's true.
Jana Sharkey went cordless and she's like a new woman now, Jerry.
No, it's not as cold now.
She can make a call from her living room, from her kitchen, from her bedroom.
Right, look, Colin, I don't have long. We're setting to the chippy here.
And the other night, right, and this is no word of a lie, she rang me from the bath. These cordless phones are the future.
What? Oh, my God.
What's wrong?
Our Colin's in the police station. Last night, 2 gunmen forced their way into his house, tied him up, stole his van.
Dirty bastards.
Oh, God love you, you poor critter. You ought to come straight round here, do you hear me? Oh, of course, of course.
Is he all right?
He is traumatised, Jerry. He'll take a stick and kidney pie.
I don't understand it.
The Lord's work is often difficult to comprehend.
No, I mean, I really, really don't understand it.
You're right, Father. He has risen. truly a miracle.
Did you just wink?
Hmm.
You did? You just winked?
Sure, winking's not a main notion, Mary. What would I have to be winking about?
I don't know. I'll find out.
This is the word of the Lord.
Have you any news, Dad?
Not really, no.
Right. Shay Harkin was telling me you were in Duggan's bakery yesterday lunchtime.
Well, that's hardly news.
2 buns, he says you ordered.
No, well, I often do.
An apple turnover and a cream horn.
A cream horn?
That's not like you, Grandad.
Sure, you couldn't pay you to eat a cream horn.
Cream finger it was. Apple turnover and a cream finger.
Cream horn, Shay say it.
Horns, fingers, who cares?
He swore on it, said he saw it being bagged up.
And Big Shay has eyes like a hawk's, he does.
Shay said when you left Duggan's, you turned up Pump Street.
Pump Street? Who do you know on Pump Street, Dad?
What were you doing heading up Pump Street with a cream horn, Dad?
I was visiting a friend of mine.
What friend?
A new friend.
A male friend, was it? Aye, I thought as much. Buying cream horns for his fancy woman, Sarah, what do you think of that?
We met at the Stations of the Cross.
Which station?
Jesus falls for the second time.
I could do without the details, Dad.
Maeve and me, we just get on well, that's all.
Maeve, that's her name, is it?
Yes, that's right.
Maeve, that's what she's called, is she?
She is, aye.
Maeve, Maeve, really? Maeve?
Why does your mother make that sound?
I cannot believe this.
I think it's a good thing, love.
Oh, just keep out of it, you.
And that's who you were winking at in Mass?
Winking? At your age? Christ, I feel sick.
It was only a friendly wink.
There is no such thing as a friendly wink.
Is there not?
Our poor mother is barely cold. And you're straight back out there, winking away.
Your mother's been dead 10 years, Mary.
Look, I'll not tell you again.
I'm sorry. I seem to have lost my appetite. You're in that chapel every single Sunday. Yet this message from on high comes on the very day you happen to have an exam, which I know for a fact you haven't as much as even opened a book for.
I find that very strange as well, Mrs. Quinn. Very strange indeed.
What are you suggesting?
If you are lying, Aaron, so help me Jesus.
I'm not lying.
Swear. Swear on Dolly.
Orla saw it too.
Orla's easily laid.
Oh, thank you, Aunt Mary.
It is vital to keep a low profile for a bit. Do you hear me, Malarkey? It was nobody.
Well, you could at least wait till I've asked.
Look at my headpiece there and get back inside.
Why are you calling Maureen Malarkey? Granda says we're not allowed to speak to her.
Oh, that's all blown over now.
Maureen Malarkey!
Don't you mention that low-down deceit and cheat without witch.
Why were you ringing her, Mummy?
It's none of your business.
Fine. I'll ask her myself.
Stop it, Aaron.
Redial.
It was only your answer machine anyway.
Hello, I'm sorry to miss your call.
See, now hang
If you'd
up.
like to leave a message for Maureen.
Hang up, Aaron.
Toto, then we'll get back to you as soon as we can.
You gave Toto to Maureen Malarkey?
We Tiger had just passed. She was lonely.
The chapel? She was there. That dog was Toto. Oh, it's all adding up now, isn't it, Mummy?
It's all for the best, Aaron.
You staged his death, Ma. I thought I'd lost him.
Well, you have lost him. We're not taking him back.
What?
Oh, come on. He's a shit dog.
Toto was not a shit dog.
Well, he was no gypsy.
Stop it. I'm sick of it. You can't compare every animal you have to the dog you had when you were 5 years old.
I can, and I will. You're not going to tell your granddad, are you?
Well, I'm going to need some time to think about that.
How could he bring another woman into this house? How could he bring her here? Into our mother's home?
Your mother never lived in this house.
Shut up, Terry.
Right, come on in there, Maeve. These are my daughters. That's Mary, and this is Sarah.
Hello, Maeve.
Right, I'll just grab my beads. Be back in a minute. Just make yourself comfortable.
You'll not have to ask Maeve twice.
Sorry, love, did you say something?
Jerry's name is on the house, not me dad's. If that's what you were thinking.
If what's what I'm thinking?
Hobnob, custard cream, wagon wheel.
What age are you, Maeve? Like 30?
I'm 62.
Sugar daddy you're after, is it?
I just want to let you know, Maeve. We'll never call you Mammy.
Okay.
And I just want to say, although I'm not happy about this thing with my dad, I have to give it to you. That is a cracker blow dry. Great volume, lovely movement.
Already? Get started already?
I think it's just a rehearsal, love.
They've been playing the same 3 songs since 1795. What do they need to rehearse for?
You're absolutely sure we need the big clock, love?
We've been through this, Jerry.
Definitely don't want to bring the wee clock.
I can't be doing with the wee clock.
What exactly is your problem with a big clock?
All I'm saying is I find it difficult to believe.
But it's the truth, Mary.
Really?
Honest to God.
So if I was to go next door and open that washing basket of yours...
You wouldn't find any darks. What, do you think I'm holding out on you?
I don't know what to believe.
Listen, I've plenty of colours. You're welcome to my colours.
I'm not interested in your coloured, Sarah. It's darks I need. Oh, listen, Dad.
Do not be starting me about darks, Mary. I've given you whatever darks I have. Stick on a half load and be done with a woman.
A half load goes against everything I stand for. You know that, Dad.
You way to do the big shop, Dad?
Aye. Jerry! Jerry! I don't see why that useless strip you call a husband has to get coming.
Because someone needs to drive and you've been suspended. Again.
What did you do this time, Daddy?
Nothing. Sorry you see discrimination. The only crime I committed was to be born a Catholic.
Jerry's never been suspended and he's a Catholic.
He's also a prick, but that's by the by.
Cut that out, Dad.
Found some. Found some, Mary.
Great.
Right. That's us away.
Have a nice time.
Tell that Free State fucker to shift his hole.
I'm sure we will.
There's no shame in doing a half load, you know, Mary.
I can't, Sarah. I physically can't. How could you have lost the wee docket, Jerry?
Aye, everybody knows you've to hang on to the wee docket.
Look, I've said that I'm sorry.
They were my birthday photos, for God's sake.
There's definite grounds for an annulment here, Mary.
I mean, you only turned 33 once.
And 33 a few times now, in fairness, Mary.
Well, aren't you a brave man, given the circumstances?
Mary, come on. Would you not reconsider?
No, Dad.
Please, love. Just up once.
I'm not letting you hit him, Dad.
I'm devastated. That was when I lost the half stone doing the Rosemary Conley as well. My collarbone was sort of poking through my skin. Do you remember, Mary?
Ah, you were far too thin, Sarah.
No, it was. It was brilliant. And now I haven't got so much as a photograph to look back on.
Look, it's gone. The docket's gone. Why don't we just move on?
Why don't you just move out?
Jesse's been made editor of the school magazine. Me, I have. Can you believe
Oh,
it?
Christ, my whites. I think I know what happened to the wee docket.
I hope your father appreciates the fact that I was the one who got us out of that mess.
He won't. And nobody back there actually believed you were a Japanese tourist, Jerry. They all thought you were a nutcase. I took pity on you. No, dear God, no.
What's wrong?
I can't find my purse.
I can see your purse right there.
Well, no, that's my sterling purse. I'm talking about my pump purse. I can't find my pump purse, Jerry. Oh, blessed St. Anthony, the grace of God has made you the patron saint of all things lost or stolen. I turn to you this day with childlike love and deep confidence.
Look, Mary, calm down.
Calm down, Jerry. We have no punts. We can't go to the Free State without punts. We're puntless. We haven't a pump between us. Oh, God. I think I'm having a panic attack. Oh, stupid punts.
Over this. So what happened back there was totally fine, but this is worth having a panic attack about?
Oh, no, you're going to have to turn around.
There is more chance of me eloping with your father to a flip-flop shop in Hawaii.
Look, okay, fine. But that means we won't be able to buy anything, which means we'll have no food, which means we'll all starve to death. So, you know, on your head be it, Jerry. Oh, actually, do you know what? I think I'll put it in the suitcase.
Thank you, girls. Some lovely sentiments there. Some very beautiful words. Unfortunately, that's all they are. Sentiments and words. What you've just witnessed is a piece of fiction. The reality, I'm sorry to say, is much harsher, far more brutal. So let me take this opportunity to advise all our new girls to keep their guard up. Watch their back. Oh, speaking of pupils who need to watch their back, I'd like to introduce James McGuire. Show yourself, please, James. James will be the first ever boy to study here at Our Lady Immaculate College. He was due to start at Christian Brother Boys, but there were serious concerns for his safety because, well, unfortunately, James happens to be English.
Yes, okay, I was there. I admit that, but I didn't do anything. It was Michelle. It was all Michelle. I'm not going down for something I didn't do. If anyone deserves to get punished, it should be Michelle.
Well, I think it's safe to say we all just lost a bit of respect for you there, Claire.
So if you really love me, come on and let it show.
Did I not ban this one?
Let me see. And it's love, the power of love. All you need is love. How deep is your love? It must have been love. I want to know what love is. I will always love you. No, sister, no, you didn't.
Cause on my love, you can depend.
Put on the list. Wonderful girls, lovely stuff.
And today, we welcome some very special guests. The Waynes from Chernobyl, who've come over to give their wee lungs a bit of a clear out. Because, sure, there's all sorts wafting about in their neck of the woods. Sister.
Lovely job so far, Seamus, but you know, keep it moving. Raw hides on in 15 minutes. Now, Tommy. How are you? You're not too bad. Or retreat? I don't know. I've judo on Friday. Don't like to miss it. Now, I tell you why I'm ringing you. So we've had an alleged apparition here this morning. Well, it's in the weeping statue category. Sure I know. Yeah, apparently there was a smirk as well. I mean, I'm not sure what Our Lady of the Sorrows has to be smirking about, but that's by the by.
Sister, priest is here.
Yeah, I'll call you back. Just a moment, ladies.
Listen, girls, I don't really think beyond the exam or us getting out of doing it, before this goes any further, before we talk to this priest, there is something I think you all need to know.
Come in, Father.
Fuck me.
I like your shiny hair.
So do I. I really like your shiny hair.
What were you saying, Aaron?
Nothing. Ignore me. Forget it.
Hello, children.
Hello, Father.
Please, call me Peter.
Christ.
What if Sister Declan wakes up?
It's funny how she sleeps with her eyes wide open, isn't it?
What?
Sweet suffering Jehovah.
What are you playing at? Rifling through a dead non's handbag?
She stole my lipstick, Mommy.
Don't lie. Sister Declan was a woman of God.
Actually, she was known to be a bit light-fingered.
Oh, killing nuns now, is it?
I didn't, Daddy.
You wait until your mother hears about this.
Obviously, Sister Declan's death was extremely shocking and unexpected. We're still struggling to understand exactly what happened. Yeah.
Can I just ask, what age was Sister Declan?
She'd have been 98 on Friday.
Right. Might that shed some light on the situation?
How so? Lovely altogether. You know, every year I sit backstage listening to the singers, and it really makes me realize just how talented the professionals who originally recorded these tracks were. Now, who's on next?
This is just going to be a very relaxed, informal chat. And I don't want you to think of me as a priest. Think of me as a friend. Look. Just like you now.
Dose. Before I dismiss you for the weekend, a few announcements. On Monday morning, several of our Year 13s will face their GCSE Maths resit. Now, I know how daunting resit examinations can be. So if anyone is feeling anxious or worried, or even if you just want to chat, please do not come crying to me. One might well question the wisdom of sending you here, of all places. Out of the frying pan into the, well, maybe not the fire, but certainly a different type of frying pan. Or some sort of wok, at the very least. But please, don't worry yourselves too much about the whole civil war, sectarian conflict carry-on. There's really only one thing you need to know. We're the goodies.
You claim it started weeping.
You're using the word claim a lot there, Peter.
Girls, I'm not here to make any judgments. I'm just trying to get the truth, that's all.
You think we're lying, don't you?
No, of course not.
I do.
I remember that James was being a dick.
Miss Mallon.
I don't like to use that word, sister, but it's so hard to describe James any other way because he's just such a dick.
Notice from Mr. Macaulay. This year's destination for the Euro Trotters trip will be dramatic pause. Did you actually want me to do the dramatic pause? Interesting. Paris, it's going to be Paris. If you need any further information, there is a stall in the foyer. Sadly, I am unable to come on this one as I despise the French.
I don't think you're a dick, James.
Really?
Really. And you know who else doesn't think you're a dick? Our Lord.
For fuck's sake. This is just so disappointing, girls. I mean, threatening a first year.
We didn't threaten her, we're not stupid. Big Mandy's her sister and she's half fucking gorilla.
That's quite enough, Miss Mallon.
Hey, shouldn't swear, Michelle, because when you swear Our Lady in Heaven, she cries her tears, then make rain. Isn't that right, Sister Michael?
What age are you now, Orla?
15.
Yeah, you might want to think about wising up. I've just received a phone call from Louise Kerr's mother, and it's not looking great.
Oh, God, I just can't believe it.
It's unlikely she'll be returning to school before the end of the year, so I think the only thing we can do now is...
Pray for her.
No, sure, what use would that do?
But first let us pray, please. Join hands.
I don't want you to touch me. Yeah.
Sister Michael, can I just quickly ask, since there's no male student toilets on the premises, am I permitted to use the staff ones?
Absolutely not.
Sister Michael, some of us have actually already discussed this eventuality. And the thing is, well, nobody's comfortable stepping into Louise's shoes.
It feels a bit sort of disrespectful.
We think this issue should be cancelled.
Right, well, fair enough, if nobody's willing to take her place.
I'll do it.
Excuse me?
I'll take her place. I'll step into her shoes. I'll do it.
Really?
Absolutely.
No, you can't. We are making a statement. You're ruining our statement.
Look, girls, I know Louise meant a lot to you all.
She's not dead, Erin.
Well, not yet. Hopefully she won't, die. But if she does, the show must go on. Isn't that right, Sister Michael?
You terrify me.
You can't be the editor.
You've never even written an article, Erin.
That's because I can't get anything past Rupert Murdoch over there.
This isn't fair. You can't let it happen, sister.
I know. But I'm bored now, so it looks like I probably will. Good luck, all.
Why are you encouraging all this?
I wouldn't say I'm encouraging it. I'm just open to the possibility.
Well, I'm not. Not unless I see some cold, hard evidence.
And maybe it's there. Proof at last, Peter. Proof at last.
Is he all right?
I wouldn't say so, no. He's a priest, like. Not happening.
But Sister Michael...
Don't even think about arguing. I can't be doing with the Board of Governors getting wind of something like this at the moment. They're a thorn in my arse at the best of times. I mean, for God's sake, Erin, what happened to Shoes of the World?
This is more important. This is about, gay rights.
I see. And I take it that's what the camp shirts are in aid of. A very serious uniform violation, by the way. But let's take one problem at a time, shall we?
This isn't a problem, sister. This is groundbreaking journalism.
They are not to be distributed tomorrow. Do I make myself clear?
But that's censorship.
Well done. You are correct. You're being censored. Now go.
God is inviting us to be his witness. We must look in the burial place.
What's he saying?
I think he's saying he wants to dig up the wee dead dog's grave.
What?
What? Fucking weird. What's going on?
Erin Quinn and her friends are handing out their magazine. They're ignoring the ban, sister. You need to put a stop to it. Sister, didn't you hear me?
Do you know what, Jenny? I don't think I did. Kill me. Michael. Sister Michael.
It's a pleasure.
I know.
Move it.
Shift it.
Why is everyone so desperate for them to mix? I think we should keep them separate.
I think we should keep them in cages. Not a priest.
Quite young, southern. Bit of an arsehole, but oh my God. Amazing hair.
Oh, for fuck's sake.
Okay. Okay, so I see a few familiar faces out there. As some of you may know, I took a bit of a sabbatical last year.
Do you mean when you shacked up with a slut hairdresser, but then she dumped you?
Miss Mallon, please. Raise your hand if you want to ask a question.
Okay, I think we should just move on.
The hairdresser certainly did.
Is there anything that we all want?
For this to be over.
And we'll wrap it up there.
She's coming. Hey, the woman, the small angry penguin woman.
Sister Michael! Oh, good evening, sister. We just popped round because we had a few questions about the British Empire, which the boys have cleared up for us now, so...
They weren't talking about the British Empire, sister. They were having a party. I could hear the music.
You will go far in life, Jenny. But you will not be well liked. Honestly, girls. I need my 8 hours. But I've had Mary Quinn on the phone frying my head, and now this.
What? My mother rang. Why? Is everything okay?
She was very distressed. She wanted me to pass on a message.
And are you gonna?
Fine.
Should we break it up?
Don't twist your hair. Don't twist your hair.
Let's leave it a minute. Sadly, Sister Patrick has decided to leave us. She's returning to her missionary work, educating the heathen inhabitants of a primitive and savage place.
She's taking a teaching post in Belfast, sister?
Precisely. The Board of Governors promised me that her replacement would arrive today, but as usual, they were talking out of their...
I believe you've been expecting me.
Here we go. Take a seat, please, ladies.
Where's Mr. Bryn?
Gone. She's not coming back.
What? I knew it. When I woke up this morning, I had a feeling something terrible was going to happen, and also that essentially deep down I'm quite an evil person.
It's called a hangover, Claire. You'll be grand.
I will be taking this class for the rest of the term, which makes me want to pull off my own face, but needs must.
This was you, wasn't it? What did you do? What did you say?
I don't know what you're talking about.
Aye, so you don't sipper grass.
That's quite enough.
You don't understand, sister. Mr. Bryn, she touched us.
What?
She made us think. She made us feel.
Oh, thank God. That would be all I need.
You can't sack her. You just can't.
Miss Quinn, you appear to be under the misapprehension that you can address me as though you are my equal. I suggest you rein it in and take a seat. Jesus, girls, what are you still doing here? I thought we had an intruder, and I'll tell you what, you'd have been a sorry boy, for I just nailed some serious moves.
We were just working on our English project, sister.
Step aside. What in God's name have you done? I want to sit here.
What? What? Why?
Well, you're just such wonderful company, girls, what with your stimulating conversation and razor-sharp wit.
Really?
No, not really. The woman next to me is eating an egg and onion sandwich, and the smell of it is enough to turn an orange march. Christ, but this is heavy.
Sister, no, let me.
What do you have in here, girls?
It's not ours.
Not yours?
We have never seen it before in our lives, have we, girls?
Never.
Excuse me, everyone. Can I have your attention, please? Does anyone own this red suitcase? No. Now, let me be clear. No one can claim this bag. Is that correct? I think we have a code red on our hands. Driver, pull over.
We brought some bits. Should we just leave them here?
Genius.
Sister, how are you?
Well, I'm at a wake, Mr. Quinn, so I've had better evenings.
Did you know Bridie then?
No. But I believe your wife put some sort of curse on her.
Well, no, not exactly.
You're not a tongue person, are you?
I'm sorry.
I'm on communion duty. Christ, but I cannot stand the tongue people. I mean, what's all that about? You can't lift a wafer into your own mouth. You need me to do it for you.
Right, yeah. That must be tough.
Father Thomas usually deals with the wakes, but he's very sick at the moment. Bedridden, in fact.
God, what caused it?
Jack Daniels, mostly.
I see.
So he says to himself, says I, Colin, this is no day for a do.
What's happening?
For when the bride arrived, and as I say, by this stage, the wind was fierce.
My dead.
I've never heard wind like it.
Is this my week?
Howling like a banshee it was.
Am I in hell?
So the poor girl, the bride now this is, she arrives anyway, and isn't she no sooner out of the car than she's lifted up in the air like a paper doll and blown into a flower bed.
It's actually quite funny. Lovely. And I believe you wrote the lyrics yourselves, is that correct?
It is indeed, sister.
Do you ever think you might have too much time in your hands, girls? Lose the jackets. Okay, just a couple of things. Firstly, I'd like to introduce May Chung. Can you make yourself known, please, May? Miss Chung's family have recently moved here to Derry, so I hope you'll all make her feel very welcome. It's bound to be a bit of a culture shock, May. Things are done differently in this part of the world. But I'm sure you'll soon feel as at home here as you did back in your beloved Donegal. Announcement from Jenny Joyce and the dance committee. The school social event of the year is fast approaching, but before you don your glad rags and boogie on... I'm sorry, I simply cannot read this. Just one announcement today, girls. I'm sure many of you will have guessed what it's about. Although tomorrow's not officially a public holiday, schools across the city have decided to view it as such. Because tomorrow, the President of the United States of America is coming here to Derry. You're a little young to perhaps understand the enormity of this. A few short months ago, this would have been unimaginable, but here we are. And I, for one, can barely believe it. I mean, people in this place stop killing each other for 5 minutes, and the whole world loses the absolute run of itself. This visit concerns me for a number of reasons, girls, but mostly because I am scared it will give the Pope ideas, and that's the last thing I need. No. Our Lady Immaculate will play no part in this farce, and I expect to see you all here tomorrow morning. Business as usual. Is that clear? Is that clear?